You're listening to Extra Paycheck Podcast, where you will learn how to build and grow your own successful online business. Now, here's your host, Alex Soul.
Welcome to Extra Paycheck Podcast, and this is episode number 2. In today's episode, I'll be talking to my buddy Widmaer Telisma. We've met on an internet marketing forum, but we've met in person since because we live in the same city, actually. We both live in Montreal, Canada. Now, Widmaer concentrates on paid advertising, meaning PPC or pay-per-click, and to be more precise, he's doing a lot of Facebook PPC. This is exactly the topic of today's conversation. I hope you enjoy the show. Hey man, welcome to Extra Paycheck Podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me here, bro.
It's cool to have you as the very first guest on the show. And today we have an interesting day because we'll be talking about Facebook marketing, more specifically Facebook ads. Tell me, first of all, is that your main source of income, or is that like your main thing that you do online?
You mean me using Facebook ads?
Yes, exactly.
Well, yeah, I would say I don't like to rely on just one source of traffic, on one source of anything, so on one source of revenue. But I'd say easily 80% of my budget goes through Facebook, and basically, yeah, Facebook brings me the traffic, which brings me the money at the end of the day. So yeah, I could say I pretty much, I wouldn't say I pretty much know what there is to do with Facebook, but I do know a lot.
So I guess it is by 80% your main income related to Facebook ads, let's say, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I don't do any SEO, I don't do any, well, it's not true. I do kind of organic, which is not SEO, but if I was to cut down Facebook ads, and then my business wouldn't die tomorrow. It wouldn't die in a couple of months. I would have to replace it with somewhere else. But yeah, it would take a plunge. As soon as I would shut down Facebook, it would take a plunge because 80% of the traffic and my business comes from Facebook ads.
Yeah, I guess that's good and bad at the same time. It's bad that you would take a plunge. It's good because you're making good enough money with the Facebook ads. Okay, so what, if you don't mind sharing, what is it that you promote or that you sell online? Is it digital products, or is it physical product, or what kind of industry? Maybe, I don't know. Share as much as you can
Sure.
on the subject.
Well, I wouldn't consider myself underground, not because I don't really do the typical internet marketing. I'm about to, but I love to get into different markets where I feel comfortable. One of them, it's well, we've known each other for quite some time, and you've known that I've always been in the dating niche. That's one niche I operate. There's another one, the parenting niche, that I do pretty good also with that. And those two niches are mostly digital products that I promote, but also deal a bit with physical products, so Shopify store, and but I've been doing that just since about 8 months now. But it's pretty good. It's amazing the growth that there is in there. It's a different way of doing business, but I love it.
Yeah, well, I guess especially for the parenting niche, there is a huge physical product market. There's so many products you could sell to parents.
Yeah, yeah, they do. And I mean, it's if I think just back just this December, I was just doing a test, and I asked a guy, write me an article about the 10 best the 10 best toys of the year. And the article wasn't that long, maybe 2,000 words. Then I looked it up. I checked what he wrote just to make sure, it made sense. I was fine, put that on my blog and send traffic to it. And it was just basically me sending traffic to my site, which redirected the traffic to Amazon. And once based, the commission is not, it's lower with physical products. It's usually less.
It's about 5. It's about 5% on Amazon.
Exactly. But in sales, I've sent for over 10K of sales for Amazon.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah,
sales.
so I was like, whoa, there's that much money. And see, that's the thing with physical products, even in that niche, parenting. I mean, I don't want to say it's easy, but you don't have to. Sometimes you don't have to force. It's
Yeah.
like an iPhone. If I tell you, look, there's an iPhone, you don't need to tell you the benefits. You already know what it is because the company already did that for us. So with physical products, most often it's like that. The company already did the benefits for you, and you just have to put them in front of them.
Yeah, it's kind of you don't have to persuade people to buy the products because they already want those products.
Exactly.
You just have to find the approach to present them those products properly, I guess.
Yeah, in a different angle that, makes it appealing to them to buy it.
Yeah, cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
So, you told me that you bring traffic. You use Facebook ads to bring traffic to your website. Now, tell me, how do you use that traffic? Do you sell directly on your website? Do you try to build an emailing list from that traffic, or what else? What exactly do you do with the traffic that comes from Facebook ads to your website?
But you see, the thing is, whatever traffic you use, you have to understand the mindset of the traffic that's going to come to your site. And when you deal with Facebook ads, which I think we will just talk about more in details later on, but there's a reason why I'm paying so very little for clicks. Is because if you think about the mindset of your visitors and where they're from, you have to look. So on Facebook, it's more of a disruptive advertising. Because you're not, they're not looking for you. They're basically on Facebook looking at their friends, what they're doing, looking at pictures, and then boom, something that might interest them shows up on their newsfeed, on the sidebar, and so that disruptive marketing. And with disruptive type of marketing, you can't really sell to them right away. I'm not saying you do. Some people do sell on Facebook straight off direct marketing, and it's an ad to sell right away, and boom, people do buy. What I love to do is I love to send them to whatever they do like. And what do you see besides you seeing your friends pictures and status update? What else do you see on Facebook? You always see people sharing new articles about whatever. It could be about anything. Mostly it's a two-step advertising and marketing plan. First, I send them to an article, so there's no selling. Yes, when they do land on the article, on the side there is options for them to opt in. If they do, awesome. On the article, there are links for them to opt in, or sometimes, I could even put an affiliate links to sell something. But my main goal is to build a relationship for them to know me. And once they've landed on my article, then I go on the second step, which is capture the email.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense, man.
Yeah, so that's basically how I do it. And I think because of that reason alone, when you're sending people to articles, I'm telling you, clicks are very, very cheap.
Yeah. It just I'm not getting this one thing, right? What's the difference between you sending them to an article and then me sending them also to an article on my site, but that does have like an explicit, very visible opt-in form at the bottom of the article? I've tried that, and I've paid like a lot per click. A lot, I mean like 20-30 cents per click. More than that, actually, 40 cents maybe per click.
Mm-hmm. But you're asking me what's the difference between sending them to an article compared to, and what would that page be?
No, I mean, because you said that you're paying very, very little per click because you're sending your traffic directly to your articles on your site that usually don't sell anything.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm telling you, that I've tried that as well. I've tried to send them to my own articles on my own websites, which also usually don't sell, but have like, let's say, an opt-in form at the bottom, and I would pay a lot more than what you pay.
But the thing is also because I would be lying if I were to tell you, like, look, all of my articles all the ads that I've sent article to are home runs, and I'm always paying peanuts for traffic. But no, it's not true. I mean, but what I found out is that it's related to your targeting
Hmm.
and also uh, not only the targeting, but the way you frame your ad, because you could be sending it to an article, but if people have a feeling that if I click there, I'm gonna be sold something, no, I'm not gonna click on it. But if you frame it as, and it's not easy to just look at what everybody's doing, just open up your news feed, just look at what are they called again, BuzzFeed, or those are Huffington Post.
Yeah, BuzzFeed, Viral
Yeah,
Nova.
viral nova. I mean, those. That's not what I do basically, but it resemble what they do because I mean, it's basically an article. You have an image that captures the attention, and then you have, just
A good
yeah,
headline
exactly, a
that
good
grabs your
headlines
attention.
enough to entice you to click. That's the first part of your job. Then the next part is to make sure that the people you're targeting is the right people, and if you match that, not only people will click, you'll get a high CTR, but people will share your article. Because I mean, most of my article usually I know when it's a success, and I could show you pictures. Right now, I'm having an ad which is running. The CDR is around over 10%. And
Hmm.
that's what brings down the cost of. And now, if you look, Facebook, I think they've introduced about 2, 3 weeks ago, quality score. And I'm always around 10, 9 or 10.
It's out of 10, right?
Yeah, it's out of 10. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking what you were telling me right now about CTR and providing the content that people actually like and click on. It does remind me of very, very much of AdWords, the way it used to operate, and how if you had a high quality score, if you had a high CTR, your price per click would actually drop down a lot
Mm-hmm.
based on the quality score.
They've introduced that now. They want to reward the advertisers because at the end of the day, Facebook, they care about their user. They want to make their user happy. And one way of doing that is to provide them ads that they do care about. And Facebook, on the other side, kind of helped us by telling us, look, whatever you do, we're going to give you at least a quality score. So you know if what you're doing is remotely right, is so you can keep on doing what you're doing, or if you know that what you're doing is not working, then you can make changes. And if we do like what we're doing, we're going to reduce the CPM, or the cost of your clicks, whatever your objective is with Facebook.
Yeah, it's smart because Facebook did they jumped into the search engine game, but it hasn't worked for them. Like you said, people go on Facebook to share their days and to read about the lives of the friends. I guess to stalk on everybody.
Probably.
Sorry, but nobody really goes on Facebook to search for information. It does have that search bar, and it does act as a search engine because I mean, what a lot of people don't realize that you don't only search for groups and your friends on Facebook search. If you type in a search and you click on, I think, more results or something, there's like at the bottom of the drop down, there's going to be a link. I think it's called more results,
Yeah, there's.
and you're actually getting like real search results, not only your friends and your groups and your fan pages. You're getting news, you're getting stuff like that, but see, like they tried to have a search engine and it didn't work for them. Google is still number one, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be number one for a very long time because Google that was Google's main goal all the time. Yes, making money is great, but user experience and user satisfaction mattered the most.
Hmm.
And I guess what you just said, that Facebook ads, that's what they're going to as well. That's why they have a quality score, because your um, they want their users
To
to only see the information that they really want.
Exactly, and it's only a matter of time. It's gonna be a different way, but it's gonna resemble AdWords. I mean, anyone who's gonna be familiar with doing Google AdWords is gonna be familiar with doing Facebook ads also.
Yeah, and I think it's going to get harder and harder on Facebook ads. However, it is a good news because I think they'll get rid of a lot of junk.
I know they did get rid of a lot of junk. Well, not only junk, but advertisers that was just trying to game the system. Yeah, some
Hmm.
good people got caught in the crossfire. I did in January of this year. I got
Hmm.
my account back. I had to email them, talk to them, but yeah, they did, and it will keep on going.
Okay, so your account got suspended on Google, I mean on Facebook ads.
Well, actually, on Google, my account has been suspended way back.
Yeah, like most of us, that's fine. We all got our accounts
And it
suspended by
wasn't
Google
it
AdWords.
wasn't because I was doing anything wrong. It's just because we did stuff that was okay then, and 2 years later or a year later, they turned around and they said, you advertise on that site. Yes, we did approve it, but now it's no longer permitted. So for that reason alone, we're gonna ban you. It's more than that, but hey, that's okay.
Yeah, man, a lot of people still hold a grudge against Google for that because I also agree. I had the same problem, and I'm not mad at them because it's me personally. I got banned. I got mad at them like most AdWords advertisers because they're punishing you for some ads that you ran 3 years ago, and all of a sudden they said, no, we don't like these ads, and you're like, yeah, okay, fine, I guess that you don't like it. I haven't been running them for years, but all of a sudden they wake up, hey, back in the day you used to have these ads, so we're gonna punish you for running them now. It really doesn't make sense, especially I know a lot of internet marketers that, let's say, we're all promoting affiliate offers, and let's say a niche that was really popular is a weight loss niche, right?
Hmm.
They would push traffic either to gateway pages, either to directly to affiliate links that would sell some kind of weight loss, either digital products, informational products, or physical products like some kind of weight loss pills or something. Regardless, and Google stopped liking them, and they pretty much said, okay, we're not going to promote weight loss stuff, especially done by like affiliate marketers and stuff, right?
Hmm.
And it's kind of like, okay, but that guy who used to promote weight loss stuff 3 years ago, he also got smarter, and he said, yeah, I don't like it. There's no future in this. I am going to start my own supplement shop, like a physical shop in my city, and I'm going to sell health related stuff in the store.
Hmm.
So now he wants to run Facebook. He wants to run Google ads for his physical store, and he finds out that Google's like, but you know what, we banned you because yeah, it really doesn't make sense, and it really sucks that they did that.
Yeah, you're talking about, I mean, that was when I got the ban. It was 2009. It's all I knew. I was not doing SEO. I was not doing article marketing or bomb marketing. I
Yeah.
was doing mostly paid traffic. Yes, I was using a bit Yahoo, and because they had a PPC network then. I was not even using Ad Center, which is Bing. Um, so everything was AdWord related. So when they shut me down, oh boy,
That
I
hurt.
went into yeah, it did hurt. But I think in retrospect, when I look back at it, I think that's the best thing that happened to me. It's the best thing because it taught me that, look, something's working, fine. Just never put all your eggs in one basket and
Yeah.
always diversify. So for that, I'm thankful. But at the same time, I would be lying to tell you that still today, I don't have a grudge against Google. I don't want to support them to everything that they do. I love the company. I love what they stand but like you said, it was so bad. I'm not saying I don't understand what they did, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there would have been it could have been dealt differently. I'm pretty sure. But
Hmm.
they took the easy routes. It's black or white. If it's in between, shut it down. So even to this day, I still have a little grudge. Like I don't have an iPhone for nothing.
They could have sent out warnings and like, to tell people, especially like we just talked about, that users that used to promote something they don't like now, be like, hey, you did promote that in the past, just make sure you don't promote it ever again because we don't like it.
Yeah.
They could have warned you, gave you like, 3 strikes, you're out. No, it was like right away ban. People that don't know about AdWords much or Google, their policy is that their decisions are final, not reversible. There's no way to get in touch with them. Basically, if you got your account shut down back in 2008, 2009, 2010 on AdWords, there's no turning back. There's like no way to ever reactivate this specific account. There are ways to create a new account with a different credit card, different address, stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah, no,
they
exactly.
really,
And like you mentioned, you know what? I've never got into, I was not into that. I was not going to, I'm going to change my name, I'm going to change my address, I'm going to change PC, I'm going to change the internet just for the sake of having an
Yeah.
AdWords account. I said, you know what? Screw them.
too much trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to find something else. And also, I think, when we said, there could have been a different option or something else that they could have done. I mean, it's one thing to close the account, no warning, no nothing, but a lifetime ban, seriously? I mean,
Doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
it doesn't make sense. It's okay. And I mean, I was then and still today small time advertisers. I've heard horror stories of people having their 1 million ad spend a month being shut down. I'm like, wow, this is kind of borderline arrogant to me.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, what they did achieve at the same time, they did scare off all the either low quality marketers and people that they would kind of try to take advantage of system and stuff like that. So I guess,
No, yeah, they actually
I
did
don't know.
achieve what they wanted to do. That definitely.
Yeah, they achieved what they wanted, but at what cost?
Exactly.
And enough of Google rant. We're talking about Facebook here, not Google.
Indeed.
I'd like to ask you a few more questions that are really more specific to Facebook ads, because that's the topic of our conversation today. So you were telling me that you manage, not all the time, but a lot of times, you manage to get really cheap traffic from Facebook. What exactly is cheap? Give me exact amounts. What is it? What is cheap traffic from Facebook ads for you?
Well, the lowest I've seen, it's less than a penny.
Less than a penny.
And I was spending on that account, on that ad, $60 a day. And yeah, it was actually literally less than a penny. Not half a penny, but close to. Few niches, I'm always gonna get a penny because I was able to dial it down to that low. And most of the time, if give me a new niche, it shouldn't be too hard to get it under 10 cents. And it takes me about give me a new niche. It's gonna take me about a week, 2 weeks max to get it under 10 cents.
So pretty much any campaign you do, you're I would say 99% sure that you're going to get under 10 cents per click.
What might be different, it's if one campaign I might need 2 days, another campaign, if it's something it's so tiny as a niche and it might take longer, it might take 2 months, it might take 3 times the budget, but eventually, yeah, I'll get it under 10 cents.
Wow, man, this is incredibly cheap. I mean, under 10 cents a click is already pretty amazing, but you're telling me that some of your campaigns get less than a penny per click. That's really, really, really cheap. You've mentioned that before to me, and I told you, man, I don't believe you. How can you pay on Facebook less than a penny per visitor? That's really incredible. And I guess that's once again related to the quality score and the way you target your customers.
And exactly, and it's all about being, if I can give that to your readers, it's all about making your ads look like content that there is on Facebook. It's not gaming the system. It's just, I mean, there's a word, people call it native ads. Native ads is almost kind of everywhere, we could say. It depends. I mean, my definition of native ads can be different than yours and other people. But again, just to go back, because I guess they're the biggest guy besides, if not Facebook, Google, look at when they put ads on top. The only difference, I'm not even sure if it's still like that again, but the only difference is the background color is kind of yellow. But if not, you could swear in the beginning, look, it's part of the search results. It's not an ad. So because it blends with what's already there, the organic results, we call that native ads. So it's the same thing with Facebook. When it's in your news feed, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't be selling from your first experience with someone on Facebook. You don't want to sell. You want to build a relationship.
Exactly.
And it's so, and then, yes, if you have people telling me, yeah, but look at Coke, look at Pepsi, look at Apple, or I've never seen them on Facebook, but look at whichever big brand, or Nike. I mean, they're selling me right off the bat, but it's different.
It doesn't apply to big brands.
Exactly.
They have their own marketing strategies that.
And not only that, we know them already. If I see Nike on my news feed, I know what they do. I know what they are. But just let me ask you that question instead. I'm pretty sure there's something that you like that you follow on Facebook. You see those stories or whatever posts they do, it appears on your news feed, and you're probably clicking on them pretty often, and you just go check and read whatever they have to say. And that's because you already know who's behind the website, or you already know what it is. So if you were to see something else later on, which is a bit more, not even salesy, but something that would be to capture your email, you would already know upfront. Okay, yeah, I know who that guy is. I go on their website every day. Just take me for instance. I love gadgets. I love to read about iPhones and all those technology. So in my newsfeed, there's always Gizmodo and Gadget. It shows up all the time. Or I follow basketball also at the same time. So there's always those stories that show up in my. I click and I know who they are. I mean, I'm used to them. So if I were to see something from them that try to sell me something, I would be more inclined to click because I know them already. So, our first step with Facebook is to build that relationship. If people don't know you and you position your ad as something which is not, you're not trying to sell, you're trying to build a relationship, it doesn't cost them nothing for them to click. So they will click if you make it appealing enough for them to want to know more about what you have to say. That's the secret of getting cheap clicks on Facebook.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes me think of something. I'm trying to sell this physical product that I've created myself recently,
Mm-hmm.
and well, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just trying to kind of build a company around it slowly. It's not my main goal, so I don't spend too much time on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing the stuff slowly, like social media stuff like that. And just yesterday night, we got an email from someone who's interested in buying that product, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy said, "You liked my picture on Instagram." There was no like promotions. There was no comments telling the guy, "Hey, like our product would be good for you, so you should buy it." There was nothing. There was a simple like. I went on Instagram from that company's account and I liked the guy's picture. He's also from Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
What he did, and people pay attention to that. Like you say, it's building relationships. So the guy checks on his Instagram who liked my picture. He found that my company liked his picture. He Googled the company name. He found the email address, and he sent an email. He's like, "Hey, you like my picture on Instagram, and I want to buy your product. Like, how could I get in touch with you?" Honestly, I was amazed, and I was like, "Wow, when you don't try to sell,
Yeah.
they run after you, and they're like, 'Hey, I want it.
Exactly.
You're liking my pictures, It's actually pretty interesting." And I, as you were saying about Facebook, I had an ad blocker that would block ads for the longest time until probably 2014, end of 2014, because I started being curious about Facebook ads as well.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to see like what people advertise, what kind of companies advertise, how they do it and stuff like that. So I disabled it, and I've been seeing ads, and man, surprisingly, I'm not
Turn off.
yeah, I'm not turned off by them because, like you said, the marketers who target me, they target me very, very well 90% of the time. There's stuff that I do want to see, even from I see a lot of stuff from internet marketers about, let's say, how to increase your conversion rate, how to build your email list faster, stuff that I am interested in actually. And more times than not, I do click on their ads because I'm curious to find out more. And a lot of them, I know off the bat that they want my email, but even that doesn't turn me off because the offer is so great, the information is so helpful to me that I really don't mind sharing my email address. But once again, see, it's an email address. I know they're not charging me anything, at least for now. They're not pushing me to buy. Yeah, my email address, I don't really care, whatever.
But they pushed you down the funnel.
Yeah, they push me down the funnel exactly, and at some point they will try to sell me stuff that that's not a problem. That's what marketing is.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, it's just like you mentioned. It's exactly that. They're not selling off the bat. They're trying to build a relationship. They know what I'm looking for, and they're giving it to me without selling it. They're like, hey, check it out. We have a new report for you. And yeah, it's really cool, and I guess it works. And to be honest, I'm surprised at many other pages on Facebook that are not advertising. And I don't know if they just don't do Facebook ads, or if they don't target me somehow specifically. But there are a lot of companies that I'm actually, I stop myself sometimes like, hey, I've never seen an ad from, let's say, this page, and they have like 2 million likes. Why aren't they targeting me?
Well, I do have a few clients on the side, and I've noticed that even though we've been at it for almost 10 years now, me and you, it's still new. Internet marketing and digital marketing. Some companies, they do get it, and still some companies, they don't. I'm not surprised to see that there's still big companies out there who are not doing either Facebook ads or not even advertising at all.
Well, there's that, and see, like I told you, about 90% of the ads, they target me perfectly, but there's another 10%. And those are the ads, let's say there's like a local furniture store in Montreal that targets me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see this big ad with like a picture of a table and 4 chairs, and it's telling me, hey, you could buy this new wooden table and 4 chairs for only $700 if you buy this by the end of this week. And this is really bad. That pisses me off because I'm like, stop trying to sell to me. First of all, and second of all, I know that it's a pretty big store, so they have a lot of money to invest into marketing, and you would figure that they would hire someone who knows what he's doing, because basically they're targeting me as a person who lives in Montreal. That's it. That's like their criteria, and I'm like, I'm not in the market for a new table and chairs. Why do I even see this ad? And like, see, the way we were talking before, they're not trying to build a relationship, nothing. They're just, hey, buy the table and 4 chairs. Well, I don't want your table or 4 chairs. Why are you even targeting me? I mean, I ignore those ads usually, and sometimes I actually click on that little thing in the corner and tell Facebook, don't show me these ads anymore, or don't show me the ads from this advertiser anymore. I don't want to see it. This is annoying, and it's irrelevant,
Yeah, exactly. I can see, I can totally understand. It's hard to say because I wouldn't say that it's not bad marketing. I would just say it's not smart marketing.
Yeah, it's not that it's bad. It's just not smart, and it's not specifically about just trying to push a sale. Okay, I get that. It's old school marketing. You have to ask for a sale, but they have so many options to do proper targeting on Facebook, and they fail to do that. That's kind of my issue. Be like, guys, you spend so much money, hire someone who knows how to target proper audience. Don't just target everyone who lives in the city.
In the city, hoping to bag a sale.
Yeah, that what doesn't make sense. Like you said, it's not bad marketing, just not smart marketing. They're losing money by targeting people that are really not interested in their offer.
And I can tell you from all the marketers that I know, that I talk to, that I even read. There's nothing more powerful than Facebook as it is. It may be frustrating sometimes because it's hard to understand what they truly want. I think they're making it easier for nowadays, Facebook. So I know some of them, yeah, they are frustrated, but I mean, that's besides the point. But there's nothing more powerful than Facebook ads. It's a marketer's dream, as in they give you so much. I could give me the most obscure niche, and I could still probably be able to target the right people for you on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's how much they give us to market. They give us interest. They give us look. You could even target. You could go as far as targeting people who are in the intent of buying a car. As much information as they do have on us.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But, it's good in the sense that, to be honest, I prefer to be marketed things that I might be interested in. This is why I don't have cable television anymore. The main point for a lot of people is actually ads. People they just hate advertising, and especially the way it is on TV. When for every 4 minutes of a TV show, you have 5 minutes of ads about
that you don't
often.
care.
Yeah, exactly. There's some of them that they're okay. It's Coca-Cola and it's McDonald's and it's Tim Hortons coffee and stuff like that. Like huge corporations that we already know, and that's fine because smaller businesses simply can't afford primetime TV ads. But at the same time, it's like, look, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see your ad. You know what? I'm gonna cancel my cable.
I know. I do understand. I did the same thing.
The only people that I know, I would say between 20 and 35, that still have cable, it's people that use it specifically for like watching sports or something.
Yeah.
So right, they pay for cable, they get like 200 channels, and they end up watching just 3 of them. And it's, they use technology like TiVo or something of that sort, where you actually could record your stuff and you could fast forward through the ads. So once again, they're not watching ads either.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, like you said, it's all about giving us the right advertising at the right time. And go way back, maybe back then companies, brands, direct marketers didn't have that option, so they had to push their sales pitch or their ads just through a huge demographic. But nowadays, especially on the internet, we have the ability to laser pinpoint whoever we want. So there's no reason for us to, like you said, not harass, but present them with ads that people don't care about.
yeah, and you have to, like you said, you have to target very specifically. It's it's just going to be so much more successful if you do that.
Oh yeah, you'll see the difference, definitely.
All right, man. So I guess we're going to start wrapping up this interview.
Mm-hmm.
And the question that I would, I guess, ask, one of the last questions, it's what would be your biggest or the most important advice to someone who's just starting out with Facebook ads?
Can I give you 2?
Sure.
I'd say the first one, because I do have one client, not a client, a student. I'm sorry, a student that I mentor and train, and
in Facebook marketing, right? That's what you're mentoring him in, or?
Yeah, well, mostly the whole package, internet marketing package, but we're dealing mostly. We're only dealing with Facebook ads. And I know at the beginning he kept on asking me questions. Okay, should I do this? Should I do that? What should I do? You think I do blah, 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 blah. I said, you know what? Just do it. As much as I could tell you, if you're not gonna go out there and push the buttons, and it's okay to make mistakes, because with Facebook and any paid advertising, you can always control the risk. So what if you get one click and you pay $5 for it? Yes, it's them expensive. But at least you've done something which you shouldn't do anymore, and hopefully you're gonna make the change right away. And it just like, I mean, I've done the mistake of when back in AdWords, I set up a campaign. I did by mistake target $25 a click instead of 25 cents.
Ouch.
Yeah, but because I was just giving my budget to spend only $10 a day, then I think I got one click and that's it. But look, I paid the price, but I made the change right away the next day. So the first thing I'd say to anyone starting with Facebook ads, if you've never touched Facebook, never, never, never. I know it can look overwhelming in the beginning because there's so many options. People tell you do this, do this, do that. Just go ahead and limit your budget to $2 a day. Give yourself $40 to spend. Have fun. Well, not have fun, but read the rules. Read on Facebook. Read the guidelines. Read what is being permitted, what is not, and from there on, just go ahead. That's the first thing, because I know some people sometimes they're stuck in, okay, I want to do it right, but I want to do it so right that I never move.
Yeah, I guess this is actually the biggest advice for anything related to business, online or offline. Any aspect of the business, just jump into it and take action.
Yeah,
Because if you
exactly.
don't take action, nothing, you're never going to move if you don't do anything at all.
Exactly. So that would be my first advice. And then if I want to be more Facebook specific related, I would say the best thing you can do is once your campaign has been running, give it yourself 2-3 days, if not a week, whatever you feel comfortable. Then one day, go there, go inside Facebook, open up your report, and you have the ability to drill down everything that's being advertised. You could look it up as in, okay, I've run a campaign and I was targeting 18 to 24, 25 to 34, and I can see that my cost is a bit cheaper with 25 to 34 compared to 18 to 24. So you can already see that, hey, I could actually save money or reduce the cost just by targeting on that subset of demographics because it just reacts better to my campaign. Yes, there is more to it. There's so many other things that we could talk and go over, but I mean the main point is for you just open up your report and test. Don't be afraid to test, because I know it's easy to go on Google and say, okay, what can I do to reduce the cost, or what can I do to get penny clicks? And then we have those experts, we have those so-called experts that say, yeah, you know what, you do this, and this and that. Well,
Yeah.
you know what I say? I say it's true for them. It doesn't mean it's going to be true for you. And sometimes
Yeah.
it can be true. It may not be true for you because you're not doing what they're doing, but also it may not be true for you just because your audience is different and they react differently. So I always say test. If people tell you, look, always advertise in the news feed, yes, it's a good starting point, but don't stop you from trying to test the sidebar or whatever and look at the report. So look at the report, and you see patterns. You see patterns of what work and what doesn't work. And from there, trust me, you will become your own expert on Facebook.
Testing everything as much as you can, and trying to figure out those patterns and trying to figure out why things happen in a certain way, why people click on that and not on that. Split testing, once again, it applies to, especially to paid advertising. I guess split testing, just testing in general is very, very important. It could save you money, a lot of money in the long run.
Definitely.
I think it'll also help you understand your market a lot better as well, because that was also true for when I did Google ads and I did Yahoo advertising as well. Many times when I would do split testing, right, I would have like 2 or 3 different ads targeting the same offer, and I would get so surprised sometimes how one ad would do so much better than the other when I almost didn't even run that ad, because it was like, yeah, that ad, this like text, this headline in the ad, it just doesn't sound compelling, doesn't sound good. Like personally, I would not click on that. And then you run it and you see that 75% of your clicks came from that ad. You're like, wow, I guess for that specific issue, right, I'm really different from most of the population because they all like this ad so much more. So yeah, once again, testing nonstop.
Yeah, it's the name of the game. I've learned never to assume anything and just look. If it's worth testing, let's do this.
Yeah, great advice, man. Well, buddy, thanks so much for this interview.
You're welcome. If your readers love what we talk about and they want to know more about Facebook, or there's something more specific that they need to know, I'm probably going to answer a few questions in your comments. I don't know where you're going to put this.
Basically, this is, as you know, this is a brand new podcast. It hasn't launched at the moment of recording this interview, so it will be posted. The episodes will be posted at extrapodcast.com. And this is where people will be able to comment and ask questions. And I really hope we'll be getting some questions and comments about it, because this is an interesting subject. Extra. I see. I'm getting like all mixed up with my domain names because I just got it. I just got a domain name for the podcast itself. It's going to be extrapodcast.com. There you go.
I love the branding.
I'm starting to like it. All right, well, man, thanks once again so much for your time and for answering these questions.
Sure, man. Anytime.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please do go ahead to extrapodcast.com/2. This is where I'll be sharing the show notes for today's episode, and this is where you'll be able to get in touch with me and my guest. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoy the show so far. Thanks.